So in this video, I'm just going to explain how I built this John boat from scratch. First, I tried to order 16-foot lengths by 4 feet wide, but they're impossible to find. And even if you can get them, they're extremely expensive. So I started out with two 4x8 sheets of 50-52 aluminum. And for the bottom here, I went with 90 thou. I do wish I upped that to 1/8 because I have gotten some dents in it recently, but no leaks. So here I'm just tacking it, putting some stitches in. I stitched one side, flipped it over, stitched the other, and then I did not weld this in until I had my sides and everything else ready to weld up. So once I had the bottom tacked, I moved that to the side, and while I had my nice cardboard here, I decided to do my sides. So this I went with 16 gauge sides. I was really thinking of being lightweight. I wish I went heavier. Just with welding, it did warp a little bit. But here I'm just tacking the full lengths together, just stitching them, and again I weld these later. So then I'll set this aside, put my bottom back down, cut it to my length because I'm only doing a 14-foot John boat, and then we'll start with the bow. Next step here, what I'm doing is working on my modified V on the front of the bow, and all I did was drew a straight line down the center of it, about 5 feet long I believe it was, and I just tacked on a piece of aluminum angle just to make a nice straight edge. So this next step, I get a lot of questions on how I got this modified V. With that cut, I'm able to pull my sides up and overlap them. Of course, carefully measuring each side to make sure they're exactly the same height. And then what I did is took a laser level and have that laser line shine completely straight down the center of the boat. And as you see on the bow here, it comes up and curves. I'm going to mark that out with a permanent marker and cut that, transfer it over to the other side, and then that's your cutout for your modified V. So now you see my permanent marker on that on the bow. I'm just cutting that with the jigsaw, and as you can see, I switched to the grinder because the jigsaw absolutely sucked. I scored it and then finished it off with the jigsaw. Now I have my pie cut out, and I'm just gonna transfer that over to the other side and cut that out. Now this pie cutout isn't a straight line, it's a gradual curve, so that's why the laser line comes in handy. So I got the other side cut out, and as you can see, I have some vice grips hanging from the ceiling with string. You got to get creative when you're working by yourself sometimes. I do have my mother come in here soon to help me hold this together to tack it, and as you can see, you just bend them together till they meet up. Then I'll tack that, put a few stitches in it, and of course I'm just waiting for the very end to completely weld everything. So the bottom of the boat is done, so now I'm moving on to the sides, and it's a little hard to see here right at first, but I have my line coming down, and I have it offset by, I believe, 2 inches, so the bow of the boat's going to sit up a little bit higher, as you'll see in the future here. And I really wanted the deck to be high enough that I could store underneath it and get a cooler under it, so that's what I've decided to go with. And here I'm just shortening the sides. I didn't want a full 24-inch tall side. I went with 20 inches. which is plenty for what I do. This is not going in the ocean, and I don't see that big of swell, so better than the standard boats you normally see. Here I'm just shortening these 16-foot long sheets that I've got tacked together to 14 feet long. That's all I need, that's all I wanted. I'm usually in small rivers and stuff like that, and to this day I still don't regret making it a 14 foot. Next step, I marked out my transom, and as you can see I have it angled just so I can maintain that 15-inch transom, and it tapers up to my high sides, and I've got it at an angle. I cannot remember for the life of me what this angle was, so I'm going to cut this out and tack that on next. So now that I got my transom tacked on, I had my brother help me hold these sides up. We held it up, meeting up with the back, and then we simply just traced out one side with permanent marker, clamped the two sides together, and then cut it out with this jigsaw. The jigsaw is actually a pain, but to get this angled, that was the best thing I had. Once we had those cut out, we brought them over, made a nice corner joint there, and just tacked our way up. I had that propane tank there just to put some weight down on it. Might not be the smartest thing, but we survived. And once this side's tacked on, we just simply did the other side, and that is the basic shell of this John boat.
You watch Grind Hard Plumbing?
No.
They just work on little garage projects like
Oh,
this.
really?
They're fun to watch.
It's funny looking back on this video and hearing my brother talk about Grind Hard Plumbing, because I'm a big fan of them now, and I forgot that he introduced me to watching their videos, and now I'm a big fan of their stuff. I love everything they do. Here I'm just using I think it's 1.5 inch aluminum angle, 1/8 thick, and this is just going to be my supports on the inside of the boat. And I'm just gonna, of course, tack them in there. The bow of the boat gets a little difficult. As you can see, I put some notches in it to match that curve of the modified V. And this was probably one of the most difficult parts of this, dealing with the supports, getting that curve up there, the sides, and all that. And I'm dealing with just a basic MIG welder. I don't have a push-pull gun, so the wire was a little sporadic in it. This is all I had, and it was easier than TIGging, so it doesn't look the best, but it was easier to do. To give some time perspective on how long it took to make this boat, the shell of it went together so quick. I think I had a day involved with it. I was 2 days, but I only worked like half days on it, so that was really quick. This supports, putting all these in, tacking them, cutting them, coping them, all that took longer than building the shell itself. This was another time-consuming part of the project. This is 1-inch pipe, SCAD 40 I believe it was, and I had to use the pipe bender to bend this around the curve of the boat and notch it, cope it, and all that stuff. So that took a while too. This of course was another time consuming part of the project. I can't make anything easy on myself. I had to go with this difficult transom angle, so this took me a while to bend and cope and put all this angle in here to support the transom, but it looks cool. I'm glad I did it in the end, but it just takes a lot of time. Now for the mindless, repetitive motion of welding this whole boat together. This took a lot of rod, a lot of gas, and a lot of time. Finally, the majority of the welding is done. Next step is working on this deck. I put some supports across to hold my deck. This also holds my boat together pretty good. And I just chose some cheap plywood, cheaper than aluminum. I painted it and then I screwed it down. Here I'm just building a custom storage compartment. Just keep everything out of the way in one place. Hold your battery, your fishing lures, and your fishing poles. Here I'm just making my door for my compartment, cut it out, notch the ends to bend it, and then put in the box and pan brake to bend the tabs up. Those PVC pipes I was talking about earlier to hold my fishing poles, so I'm able to put them in the box, bend them around, and put them right through this PVC just to protect them. Here I built some more storage. This is also going to be my seat, and yeah, I know what you're thinking. It's kind of weird to be sitting on the left hand side of the boat to drive, but that's just how I like to drive a boat. Here I am in my new shop. Pretty excited to be here. As you can see, I don't even have power hooked up. I'm using a generator. But what I'm doing here is just going through the grueling process of paint preparation. So I'm just simply wire wheeling it, and then you'll see me spray on a water and vinegar mix to etch the surface for the paint, and then I'll be painting. So the paint I'm using for this boat, it's called Alumahawk. I went with the gray. I've had really good luck with this boat paint in the past. It's for aluminum, and I believe it even says that there's no need for primer. And in my experience, I don't think it needs primer because it sticks really well. So I painted a double side on this deck, and then I had just these countersunk screws that I'm screwing the plywood down to. Now this carpet was just some cheap outdoor carpet I found on Amazon. Here I was just giving it the old sturdy check test. It's just plenty strong. This carpet, once I had it cut to shape and trimmed up, I folded one end up and I just sprayed the bottom of the boat with some 3M spray adhesive out of a can, and then rolled up the other side and did the same thing. So this is the finished product of the boat. After a few years, I decided to do a few upgrades that I wanted. First being to move my controls up front so I don't have to turn around, steer, and I really like this throttle now where I can move it up and it can hold position instead of my throttle tiller handle. And with that, I made this center console, and I moved that seat from the side to the center, which helped a lot. It helped balance the boat out more. The next thing I really wanted was the solar panel canopy. I made it movable. I didn't need to do that. I wish I just had it solid. The main reason why I wanted to have this solar panel is to keep my trolling motor batteries charged up and to run a radio all day without having to worry about killing my starter battery for my motor. And this actually worked really good. See the stereo here I built with a box that can move around, and also I can shut one speaker off so I can just have one if I want. I also have a subwoofer hooked up to this, which is great. It's just a really cheap 80-watt subwoofer, but it definitely adds to the bass. I really like that. Now, as of doing these upgrades, you know, I built this boat back in 21, and this is now 26 in the winter that I'm making this video. So it was just this past summer in 2025 that I actually put these upgrades in: the radio, trolling motor, solar panel canopy, and to my surprise it worked really well. The solar panel was able to keep the battery charged to run the trolling motor whenever I wanted and run a radio all day long. I think I had it out 5 to 6 hours at a time, and I was able to run the radio at, you know, half volume. Sometimes I'd crank it right up the full time, and then the trolling motor I would use intermittently here and there. And there was one stretch where I actually had this trolling motor at full speed for a half hour, and the voltage on the battery stayed the same. So I was very impressed with that. It's just nice going out, peace of mind knowing that you're not going to kill your battery. You don't have to keep charging it up, and you're not going to kill your battery for your starter. Also, with this side project, and after I built this boat, I actually built a bigger mud motor for this. It's a 22 horsepower Predator engine, and I'm really impressed with how that turned out. Go check out that build series. Check out the individual series for this boat build. And when I made the console and solar panel, I had more of an explanation on how well it worked. Thanks for watching the video, and God bless.